Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking graphic novel review. Now if you know anything about moi, you know that my favorite superhero is Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and that my favorite comic run of all time is Geoff Johns' Green Lantern. So today we have a book from that, Green Lantern Wanted, Hal Jordan. Yeah, pretty cool. By Geoff Johns, Ivan Reis, Daniel Acquinta, and Auclair Albert. Yeah, Ivan Reis does a good job. Geoff Johns usually does a pretty excellent job. I mean, pretty good. But yeah, so quick, I'm going to read you the back real quick like. Pilot Hal Jordan was chosen to represent an intergalactic peace force created by the oldest beings in existence, the Guardians of the Universe, protecting Earth and all of Space Sector 2814 from every extraterrestrial threat imaginable. Jordan shines his light proudly as the Green Lantern. But in his unending battle against evil, Green Lantern knows neither boundaries nor borders, no matter what the tenets of international law. And when he's framed for murder while violating Russian airspace, Jordan finds himself an accused criminal. Now on his own, the Emerald Warrior must clear his name. Even his old enemies and forgotten faces from the past gather in the shadows, determined to take him down. And if Green Lantern, wielder of the most powerful weapon in the universe, can't stop them, what chance does anybody else have? Master storyteller Geoff Johns teams up with hot artist Ivan Reis and Daniel Acquinta, and for star-spanning superhero action that will change Green Lantern and the world he operates in. Yeah, we actually did a few staples of Green Lantern lore in this book. So it starts off with this story about when he was a prisoner of war along with Cowgirl and Rocket Man. Because he never flies in a jet with his ring on, because he doesn't want that safety net. It's part of his thrill. But one time when that happened, he crashed and couldn't call the ring to him because the power was too low, because you know how Jordan never charges his fucking ring. So they were trapped in a prisoner of war camp for months being tortured. None of them ever gave anything up. But because of it, Rocket Man's leg was busted up and they all, you know, it's all weighing heavy on their psyche. But they were eventually they busted themselves out of there. All kinds of crazy stuff. And then the Air Force sends Cowgirl back in a mission against them because they find those people. And then she goes, they bring her plane down again. They want you to think Cowgirl's this excellent pilot, but every time she fucking goes out, her plane comes down. Whatever. So Hal goes to rescue her, and then all these people are killed, and he's framed for murdering them. And it's pretty convincing because they kept him a prisoner of war. But it turns out Abin Sur's son is trying to ruin Hal Jordan's life. He sent all these bounty hunters out to get him, and Hal is not supposed to be here. Metahumans aren't supposed to operate here unless they're a part of the government. So, you know, that's pretty Gucci. Hal is this is 7th time violating that, so the Red Rockets are trying to take him down. And then Arquilo sends out the first wave of Sinestro Corps rings. And so Hal gets captured by a bounty hunter after the Justice League kind of helps him escape after he rescues Cowgirl. And then the bounty hunter takes him to... sorry, I'm so sorry. It's 2:48 a.m., so give me a break, okay? So he's caught by Amon Sur now, right? And the Sinestro Corps ring actually tries to attach itself to Batman, but then the ring kind of senses that Batman has had a Green Lantern ring on before and stuff, and is like, nope, I'm out of here, and it shoots off to go find someone else. If you've watched other reviews I've done on Geoff Johns' Green Lantern, or if you're just a big Green Lantern fan, you probably know where that ring is going already. Even if you don't, you can probably guess. So we get some quick backstory on Amon Sur. And it talks about his dad. He's like, he went and got his dad's spaceship. He's trying to get his dad's ring from Hal. He went and got his dad's body, where Hal buried it from. And it turns out the bounty hunter that captured Hal was actually John Stewart undercover. And then the Sinestro Corps ring attacks itself to Amon Sur. Yeah. So this is kind of his intro into Sinestro Corps, and then he leaves it in the Red Lantern story when Laurie blows his fucking brains out. Well, I don't think she actually blows his head off. I think she turns him into a skeleton. She incinerates his ass. But, yeah, so Hal takes... So then he's teleported away to the antimatter universe for physical and psychological conditioning to be part of the Sinestro Corps. Hal takes Abin Sur's body back to his home planet. And then he starts to kind of maybe kick off a relationship with Cowgirl. The Star Sapphire finds its way back to Carol and then attaches itself to Cowgirl because it senses that Hal likes Cowgirl also. So they're all fighting the Star Sapphire, blah, blah, blah. And then the fucking Guardians for the Star Sapphire show up. You know, those tall female Guardians. The Zamoran people. And Hal tricks the Star Sapphire into attaching to their leader, and then they teleport her away back to their base operation, and they realize that the Star Sapphire concept is flawed. They realize their Star Sapphires are flawed. They have too much control over the wearers, so they turn the Star Sapphire stones into power rings, and that's where the Star Sapphire rings came from, because they used to be jewels that were on the head or belly button or something, usually the head. But that's how they became rings. I don't think you see a ring again until it goes to Carol Ferris. Well, yeah, so it's starting to creep in on that War Light stuff. We see 3 different types of rings in this book. And it's very cool. So and then that's just what happens. And he asks Cowgirl out on a date, and they start dating. So, this has been fuck my ass. This has been Green Lantern Wanted, Hal Jordan. It's volume 2 of the Geoff Johns. Secret Origins hadn't been written yet when this came out. But you'll want to read Secret Origins first, then you'll want to read Rebirth, then volume 1, which I will also be reviewing. I haven't reviewed it yet, but it's actually on its way to me in the mail, and I finally found a copy of it that wasn't like $40. So read that, it's like Revenge of the Green Lanterns or whatever, and then read Wanted, Hal Jordan. How many times is this guy going to be a renegade, huh? Always a renegade, aren't you, Hal? But, yeah, that's it. You know, it's not one of the best stories to come out of Geoff Johns' Green Lantern, but this is just the beginning when he's still kind of doing Earth stuff. Green Lantern stories on Earth are usually less interesting than ones in space. Except for the Sinestro Corps War, which was, beautiful and amazing. It took place on Earth. And most Rebirths took place on Earth, too, and it was really good. So there are really good stories that take place on Earth, but most of the good ones take place in space. God, I need some sleep. Anyways, that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. Once again, Green Lantern, Wanted, Hal Jordan. This is Volume 2. So, yeah, be sure to check it out. I've seen him at Books A Million. Check out your local comic shop. If you can't find it at a local bookstore, then I suggest Amazon. But always try to shop locally. You know, support your local economy. Support small businesses. Support your LCS. That local comic shop needs your cash. That's it. Once again, I know I've said it already. Thank you all for your support. I'll see y'all later.